My name is Seth Pimlott. I'm the Curator of Social Practice at Chisenhale Gallery in Bow, East London. Chisenhale Gallery is sort of known as a particularly innovative space for contemporary art in the UK and supporting artists to take a new and ambitious step in their practice. One of the interesting challenges has been trying to apply that ethos to our community and education and engagement work in Tower Hamlets, a borough which has some of the highest rates of child poverty in the country and facing a particular crisis around youth mental health, especially coming out of the pandemic. It's been important, I think, to respond to it and think of new ways and innovative ways to work with brilliant artists, with children and young people, to think through the challenges they face and make beautiful, joyful, interesting things through that process. On the one hand, we've done sort of more traditional gallery education projects with incredible musicians like Fran Lobo and Richard Jones, or brilliant artists like Jack Young, and really thinking expansively and ambitiously with small children about big conceptual ideas and producing works of extraordinary beauty out of it. And on the other hand, it's a sequence of projects that we've initiated really in 2021 and we're still involved in, working in deep, long-term ways with vulnerable young people and young people struggling with their mental health in the borough. That's been commissions with artists and adolescent mental health units, full institutional shows with young people and artists following a journey from being an inpatient at the lowest point in their lives, reporting on a crisis in young people's mental health, to presenting work at a gallery like Chisenhale and actually internationally as well. Big programmes commissioned by the Mayor of London, exploring how do you do this work safely and ambitiously with policymakers, young people, artists, mental health professionals, which have been recognised by national organisations like the Cultural Health and Wellbeing Alliance and more recently the World Health Organization, and also long-term original programmes in pupil referral units in the borough. There are very few precedents for this work because they're very difficult institutions to navigate and very volatile. But it feels increasingly important to try to work with school-excluded young people because this is the way that our education system is increasingly dealing with large portions of the student population. I think that the key is brilliant artists and their commitment and their skills as socially engaged practitioners. I think another key is holding on to the transcendent possibilities of art making and fine art, contemporary art practice, which means an intellectual seriousness, trying to open up critical discussions with young people and children, aspiring for sort of poetic truth and beauty in the work that we make. It's difficult to evidence, but I'm convinced it's the most transformative thing about these kinds of projects, is aiming high, trying to create beautiful, new, original, thought-provoking work that represents reality in new ways, the reality that young people face today, but that is also completely unexpected for them and for artists and for audiences. And that's what logs in the memory, and that's what creates sort of pivotal moments in young people's lives.